In 2003, 92 deer were introduced into a wildlife refuge area from which the population had previously been hunted to elimination. So by 2006, the population had grown to 159 deer. If this population grows exponentially, write an exponential function to model the data. So when we're asked to write an exponential function, we're thinking about a function in the form f of x equals a times b to the power of x. So we want to be able to find an initial value, which is what our a represents, as well as our growth rate, which is what we're going to represent with our b. So since we're given some times in terms of years, I'm going to let x equals 0 be the year 2003. So I'm going to determine how we're measuring this time. So then my input will be the year and my output will be the number of deer. So I can now represent my given information as two ordered pairs. So in 2003 there were 92 deer. So now as an ordered pair, 0 for 2003, 92 for my number of deer. 2006, if we subtract 2006 minus 2003, this is 3 years later. So 3 and 159. So when we have a point that is our initial value or our y-intercept, this value of 92 is going to be our value for a. So our starting point is going to be 92, so that's going to be our a. So as we're writing our function, we can go ahead and plug in that value for a. So our function f of x is going to be 92 times b to the power of x. To find our value for b, since we already know a, we can now just take our other points and plug in. So f of 3, plugging in 3 for x, will be 92 times b to the third power, and this will be equal to 159. So we need to solve this for b. So if 92b to the third equals 159, I'm going to go ahead and divide both sides by 92. So b cubed is equal to 159 over 92. Just leave that as a fraction for now. We'll head to our calculator here in just a moment. Since it's a b cubed and we want to know just a b, we're going to take the cubed root of each side of our equation. So in our calculator, we want to take the cubed root of 159 over 92. In your calculator, if you have a TI-83 or an 84, the way that you can find your cubed root button on your calculator is to head to the button in the top left that says Math. Look for your Math button, and in that menu you'll see your cubed root. So our calculator is going to give us a decimal approximation. We'll usually round to several decimal places, but here when you put it in your calculator you'll see 1.2000. So we'll go ahead and just call that 1.2. So if we take our value of a and b together, the function that we have is going to be 92 times 1.2 to the power of x. So remember, when you're finding a value for b, b is 1 plus our growth rate. So this is telling that it's 1 plus 0.2. So our population is growing by 20%. 0.2 as a decimal becomes 20 as a percent, 20% per year. So your value of b, when you're writing your exponential function, tells you 1 plus our growth rate. So 1 plus 0.2 tells us that this population of deer, starting at an initial population of 92 deer, is growing at a rate of 20% per year.